project sharing today. Okay, today Ken and myself, we are really excited to share with you more about CanningHill Piers. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this. So what I've prepared today is a 60-page slide, something that you can share with your clients, that you can selectively share with your clients over a Zoom session, or if you meet them up to talk about CanningHill Piers. So this deck, right, is designed for you to be friendly to you when you share with your clients, okay, and keep you really very focused on what are the unique selling points. There are many, okay, about CanningHill Piers. Most importantly, this phrase coined by one of our LIC, Jerry, thanks for his phrase, this never before, never again, okay, it's something that you must let your client know that this is actually a super rare, once in a lifetime opportunity, and you must be very convicted, when you are talking about this, okay, because this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity, not only for your clients, but for us agents as well, okay? So for those of you who are still not in our Telegram group, please scan this QR code so that you can join the PropNext CanningHill Piers Telegram group. Do not share this with others, because this is purely for PropNext agent as well, for us to communicate to you on the fastest possible basis, to give you the latest updated information, because not all the time we are able to get a blasting slot on the company's platform. All right. Okay, so please, I'm just going to stop here for just a few seconds for all of you to scan in. Another important thing why you must join our Telegram group is because that's where we will also post the tagger chart. Okay, there are currently 90 taggers plus our ICs, 10 of us. Okay, there are 100 of us here who are ready to serve you, to serve your client, okay, and to help you convince your client why CanningHill Piers is the product to go for this year. Okay, do not wait till closer to launch date or preview date, then you engage a tagger. It is very important that you touch base with your preferred taggers now, so that your preferred tagger can keep updating you with the latest information, because things are evolving. The COVID situation is also evolving. So please make sure that you're attached to your preferred taggers to get the latest information. If you do not have a preferred taggers, it is paramount that you join our Telegram chat immediately. Okay, I'm sure good enough time, yeah? Okay, so as I'm sure a lot of you know that this is actually a very interesting collaboration between the Lux and the non-Lux team. This time around, we are actually truly fighting as one united PropNext team, and we really need each and every one of you to reach out to your clients, okay? The company has chosen this IC team based on our experience across 30 projects. So as chief ICs, we have myself, Phyllis. I'm a chief IC in 19 Nassim, Hamilton Scott's Perfect 10 Riviere, the Sold Out RV Altitude, and also Ritz-Carlton Residences. And with me, my co-chief is none other than Ken Ng, okay, who has done CDL as well as CapitaLand's integrated project at Sengkang Grand Residences and the nearby, the Landmark as well. So together with us, we have really very 8 capable individuals, okay, who are working together with us as lead ICs, and they are Adeline Chan, okay, Chester Su, Elaine Tan, Jack Wee, Jerry Ng, Norman Koh, Rain Chua, and Sean Low. Okay, a lot of the messages and the FB poses that you see, it comes from our Marcom team, and our Marcom team comprises not just Adeline, Chester, Jerry, Sean, of course also our co-chief, Ken. This group of people are the ones that prepared all the visuals as well as videos, especially for Jerry. He has come up with a lot of different videos for you to reach out to your clients. So if you were to see such videos on Facebook, do repost them, do share them with your clients, because the way we are doing our marketing is more, what we want to do is to attract customers to CanningHill Piers in a way that they remember this former Liang Court site. It's not just about selling, or it's not just about always sending fact sheet, always sending project information. Sometimes customers need you to approach them from a different ways, and the way Jerry and the Marcom team has done is really very tasteful. So I urge all of you to make good use of all these materials. And then from Chester himself, my lead IC Chester, he has come out with very good CMA trainings for our CanningHill Piers team, especially also for our taggers. Okay, so if you have anything that you feel that you need someone to help you convince your clients about the numbers, do reach out to any of our taggers because they are equipped. They have been trained and they are equipped with the knowledge and the information to help you answer any questions with regards to projects in the vicinity, comparison with integrated developments, etc. Okay, some of you may have also received our project info kit, and that comes from Elaine. Okay, so we have Elaine that is actually putting in all this information, which we call it info kit. So info kit is you can send to your client, but it is 100-page long. Okay, so be selective. It doesn't mean that you send the most information to your client, right? That client will come to you, especially if it's a co-lead. For the co-lead, you need to warm them up. Okay, so Jack, you guys met, he was my DJ just now. Okay, and Rain was also the one who taught all of you about the financial calculation, and Sean is the one that keep blasting out all our project messages to all of you. So I really have a very, very good team here. And of course, I also have Norman here with me. Norman is the Chief IC of Jervois Mansion, a project that is going to be launched soon. So we also need connection support for this. So I really have one whole group of very strong individuals working collectively with Ken and I to make sure that this project will be successful. Of course, we cannot do it without the input from each and every one of you, because the strength is power. So we sincerely, call upon all connections to work with us to make CanningHill Piers a truly successful 2021 blockbuster bus launch. Okay, so before I begin today, I'm going to start off not just talking about project facts. Okay, I want to tell you guys that when we talk about properties, right, first and foremost, we always hear this phrase, location, location, location. Okay, because this is truly the number one most important thing about the project. Okay, you can have a beautifully built project, you can have an iconically built up project, but if the location is not correct, it just doesn't have that oomph. But CanningHill Piers, okay, at the former Liangcourt site is no ordinary location. Okay, and this gets me really very excited when I want to share with you today. Okay, it took us quite some time to put these slides together because we want you to get the powerful message so that you can share this powerfully with your clients. Okay, you don't need to convince them, because once they see this, they will convince themselves. Okay, this former Liangcourt site is a place full of historical significance. Okay, why? Because it's along our historical Singapore River. And this place continues to remain highly relevant, okay, in this day and age. Okay, this is also a place that is in the central region of Singapore. Not only is it in the central region of Singapore, it is in the heart of the vibrant lifestyle destination Clarke Quay. It is also surrounded, literally surrounded by all the major activities. Okay, it's a place where homes are rare. Singapore River homes are very rare, and brand new ones are even more rare, or even rarer. Okay, this is a place that is really blessed with the two rare combination of natural elements of the hills as well as the river. Usually you just get one, but not both. But in our immediate vicinity, we have both the very rare dual natural elements of the hill and the river. And because of that, spectacular views are assured. Okay, this is also a place that is not just great now, but it will be even more fantastic as more exciting plans are on the way. So today, I'm just going to start off with the first summary about this location, why this location is so fabulous. Okay, it's not a location that I have to sell you on just MRT station and things like that. In fact, I'm not even talking about MRT at the beginning. I just want to talk to you about how fabulous this site is, because this is not an ordinary location. As I mentioned before, this is a site that is very rich in history. Singapore River is extremely significant to our nation, because as we know, we started off as a fishing village, okay, and then we become a colony, and this Singapore River was our bustling trading port. Okay, so the import and export business, and this is where our forefathers, who migrated from other countries, set foot into Singapore. So it is really significant to us because this is where our ancestors gathered and pioneered what we have today, the modern Singapore, the prosperous Singapore, the fabulous Singapore, the number one Singapore that is, always ranking number one in terms of efficiency, in terms of business environment, living environment, etc. and etc. So, and today it continues to remain very relevant. So could you just hold on for a while? And it continues to remain very relevant, okay? As we know that Clarke Quay, the Boat Quay, and Robertson Quay, the Singapore River, all this area, it has been transformed into a really vibrant entertainment, dining, lifestyle, okay, as well as tourism destination. Okay, and this is the place that we also see a lot of luxurious homes as well. So just now I mentioned, this is not only rich in history and of great significance to Singapore, this location itself is also very blessed that it is surrounded, okay, literally in the heart of all major activities areas. We are in close proximity, okay, to Orchard Shopping Belt, and we know that Orchard Shopping Belt is a world-renowned shopping destination where you get the most updated trends, the top brands, you get your gourmet cuisines, you get your Michelin star restaurants. Okay, we are also very close to this River Valley residential enclave. Okay, and this River Valley residential enclave, okay, it is a prime residential area, well loved not just by the locals but also by the expats. That's why in the River Valley enclave, which I'll show at the end of my presentation, that there is actually what you call that a strong rental demand, okay, and strong rental PSF in this area. Okay, we are also, of course, we're sitting along Singapore's river, so we are very close along the whole stretch of Singapore River, be it Robertson Quay, where we are Clarke Quay, as well downstream to Boat Quay. Okay, and we know that Singapore River now is a top tourist destination. It's world-renowned for entertainment. It's world-renowned for lifestyle. It is very popular, not just for the tourists, but for locals as well. And we are also very close to Central Business District, which is the heartbeat of the financial as well as the commercial heartbeat of Singapore. Last but definitely not the least, we are also close to the Arts and Civic District as well as the Ophir Rochor Corridor. We all know that Arts and Civic District, that's the place where Singapore architectural as well as the cultural heritage started, and the Ophir Rochor Corridor is where a lot of exciting things are happening. That's why we hear of the M, we hear of Midtown Bay, Midtown Modern, South Beach Residences, because this whole Ophir Rochor Corridor is being transformed to a downtown core area where you also have a work, live, and play elements. Okay, so just now we talk about historical significance, rich history. We talk about it being strategically located in the heart of major locations. Now I want to share with you that along Singapore rivers, do you know that homes are extremely rare? Why do I say that? If you were to look at this master plan, you know that as agent, I hope all of us know that it is the peach color ones that is actually pure residential land. And we can see that there are very, very few peach color lands, okay, that is along Singapore River. You can see, okay, now my cursor is really big. This is what I mean, okay? When I talk about along, it must be literally hugging, or the river is really hugging the land. So we are talking about just these few plots of land. For example, Centennial Suites, Mirage Tower, River Place, okay, all these are pure residential lands. But most of the developments along Singapore rivers are actually mixed use, okay, because they are sitting either on a commercial and residential land, or they're sitting on a residential with commercial at the first level. For example, Riviere is sitting on a residential with commercial lands. Can you see all that? Okay, and if you were to look at every single plot of land, especially those that is closer towards Clarke Quay and Boat Quay, you can see that a lot of the lands are actually purple and blue, which means that they are actually pure hotel land or pure commercial land. So in that case, how can we get residential developments in such an area? It is really difficult. And not to mention that even though in the Robertson Quay, you get more residential areas, all the lands next to the Singapore River are all taken up. In fact, Riviere was the last government land sales site. That's why Riviere, when it was up for bidding the last time, it was super hot in terms of bidding from developers. We have top 10 developers, you know, vying for this piece of land, and the first and the second, it was a mere difference of like a $10 per square foot per plot ratio difference. So this shows how excited developers are when a plot of land along Singapore rivers are available. Okay, and we can see that there are just how many of us here. There are just like what you call that 14 developments, okay, existing 14 developments along Singapore River, existing. I'm not counting Riviera, I'm not counting CanningHill Piers, okay. And with all these 14 developments, if you were to add them all up, there are only 2,156 homes along Singapore rivers. And even if I were to add CanningHill Piers as well as Riviera, okay, there are only going to be 3,310 homes along Singapore River. This is how rare it is. We know that in places where there are mega developments, one development itself is already maybe 600, 1,000. And I'm talking about along the whole stretch of Singapore River, where our history started, okay, this 3.2 kilometers long of Singapore rivers, there are only 14, okay, upcoming 2 more, 16 developments. And next time, maximum, we're going to have only 3,310 homes. So do impress upon your clients that Singapore River homes are indeed very, very rare. Okay. And then, okay, this is the number that I wanted to show you how rare it is. So if your clients are still not convinced, you can show them these are literally the 14, okay, developments, okay, excluding CanningHill and Riviera, the 14 of them, okay, add up to 2,159. Not only do they add up to 2,159, okay, most of them, as you can see, when CanningHill Piers obtains its TOP in 2026 or they're targeted 2025, you can see that except for CanningHill Piers and Riviera, which are obviously brand new and 3 years old, okay, the rest are 13 to 41 years old. That's why you can comfortably tell your clients, okay, if they were to, if not because of Riviera and CanningHill Piers, okay, the rare riverfront homes that they will get will be at least a decade to 4 decades old. This is why, for some of you who are still not getting the message, this is why sometimes before you even told your client about it, your client is already very excited asking you when this project is launched. It's because they know that brand new developments in Singapore River is extremely rare. Okay, so again, homes along Singapore River are rare. Brand new homes along Singapore River are even more rare. Okay, so before I talk about the views, I just want you guys to really appreciate this picture. What do you see on this former Liang Court site? This is a beautifully taken picture. And before I show you the facade of the new buildings, the new perspective, take a moment to appreciate this site. Remember I mentioned to you, Singapore River, rich historical significance. Home along Singapore rivers are very rare. New homes along Singapore River are even more rare. And what more? A place that's rich in history and yet blessed with such beautiful sites in the front and at the back, because we are literally sitting between Fort Canning Hill as well as the Clarke Quay part of the Singapore River. And okay, because surrounding actually we don't have like buildings that are really very close to us. We are very fortunate that this project will get to enjoy not only towards the sea part, I can see, not only the hill views towards Fort Canning on the northern side, the southern side, it looks towards Singapore River and the city hill, the city views I'm going to show you. And towards on my right side, which is this east side, it will look towards Clarke Quay, Marina Bay and beyond, and towards the western side, it will be looking towards the River Valley residential areas, okay? So looking towards River Valley residential areas, of course, we will be looking at this beautiful RV residential enclave, okay, and which is also very varied. You don't just have tall buildings, you have buildings that is also closer to the Robertson Quay. You have also buildings that is closer towards the Orchard area. So you do get a beautiful residential city views. And then if we go to B, which is actually more the southern side, okay, you get to see the Singapore River, okay, along the Clarke Quay side towards the Robertson Quay side, towards the Boat Quay side, as well as towards the Pearl Hill City Park view. So you do get the city views, you get the river views, you also get the park views. Next, if we will look towards the north, okay, all of us know you look towards the beautiful Fort Canning Hill. Okay, not all places gives you a space like this. Okay, it is always very treasured when you have a development where your eyes truly can travel. Okay, when you feel more relaxed, that you're not just stuck in a concrete jungle. So with such a big significant Fort Canning site, okay, right next to us, okay, right opposite to us, you get this beautiful Fort Canning Hill views. Okay, not only you get to enjoy the facilities, you get to enjoy a park that is so close to home. Your eyes can really feast on greeneries, right? If you get apartments that is facing towards the north side. And of course, I think this views, a lot of people will be looking forward or recommending customers to buy units that is facing towards MBS, the Clarke Quay, and the city center. Do you know that because we are next to the Clarke Quay area, and Clarke Quay area is actually lowly built, even if you're on the 10th floor, of course, this is not the 10th floor, but even on the 10th floor, developers have shown us, but they have not shared the image yet. You can even see the Singapore Flyers and the MBS. How amazing that is. But of course, because our development can go all the way up to 48-story high, and even if you don't buy a high floor units, later I'm going to share with you, we have facilities levels at 45th floor. You can enjoy views like this. Okay, so even if you are sharing with the investors, you need to share these views, because even if they were to buy the most so-called best value unit, their tenants and themselves can enjoy such beautiful views, because the developer as well as the architect have thoughtfully designed the project so that every single resident can take in the spectacular views that are all around us. Okay, so remember, historical site, okay, rarest brand new Singapore homes, a blessed site with river and hill views. Not only is this site great now, okay, this site also will become even more exciting in times to come, because there are a lot of exciting upcoming plans from URA. Okay, URA has already said that they will continue to create a delightful neighborhood in the central areas, because the central area where CanningHill Piers is sitting in is our Singapore's dynamic city center. Okay, so the URA is committed to continue to make this place a global business and financial hub and a vibrant 24/7 lifestyle destination. So there is commitment, and there are already concrete plans from our planning authorities that this area where we are in will continue to grow and become more vibrant, because they will put in more diverse users, and they will create job opportunities, business opportunities, so that people will be happy to work, live, and play in these areas. As you can see, I'm not going to rush through this. Can you see that this red color ones? Okay, how exciting this is. You know what are these? These are actually existing cycling tracks. So you can cycle from the rail corridor to the central area. You can cycle from Queenstown to the city, North-South corridor to the city, Bishan to the city, Geylang to the city, as well as from East Coast Park to the city. So this is how well connected this area is. And because of this connectivity, okay, we are going to bring a lot of food flow, a lot of activities to this CanningHill Piers area, okay, given that it is in the center of it all. Okay, another thing is that we are not always just talking about jobs creation. We know that making an environment that is welcome for living is something that is what people truly look for, especially now, like in the pandemic time. I think we all look towards where can we go for a walk? Are there more open spaces? And it is great that our planning authorities are planning a 6-kilometer green connection, linking all this kind of green spaces with our blue spaces in our city center. Okay, a lot of places where in a lot of countries, their city center is actually full of concrete jungle. But Singapore is very different. You know, just like our Orchard Boulevard Road is actually very, very green. We have lush green and conserved trees. We have big rain trees. And this makes Singapore city center a really pleasant place to live in. And the government is planning to connect Botanic Gardens. Okay, they're going to have plans to rejuvenate Orchard. And from Botanic Gardens, this green path will connect to Istana, to Fort Canning Hill, and through Fort Canning Hill, it will connect to Singapore River and then the Pearl Hill City. And people, do you know that there is a linkway that the government is planning to build at 9 Penang Road, and that was our former Park Mall. Okay, and currently it is actually the headquarters for UBS. There is going to be a connection there to connect Istana Park here, okay, directly to Fort Canning. And also to encourage more visitors to come to Fort Canning, okay, URA will install shelter escalators at the Canning Rise areas. So what does it mean for residents in CanningHill Piers? Meaning that if they are coming to Fort Canning Hill, for a residents to cross over or to use the underpass from CanningHill Piers to Fort Canning and then to all the malls here, okay, wouldn't that also be easy? Okay, and we know for parents who have brought their children to CanningHill Park, you know that there is a Jubilee, what you call that playground. And you can see from here that I've said, mentioned here, the government is going to double this play area by size. This year probably may be some delayed, okay? It will double this size. This is actually quite a big outdoor play area with real sand, with real outdoor logs for children to climb. And this is the time for those of you who are not convinced that there is actually a large crowd in this CanningHill Piers area, you should visit the what you call it, Fort Canning Hill Park during like evening time. You can see a lot of expats parents bring their kids there for outdoor fun. Okay, so this is also a walk from hill to hill. Remember just how we mentioned Fort Canning Hill, okay, our 19th century walk, 14th century walk. You can use that underpass through our MRT station, okay, through which is former Liang Court where we are now. Okay, cross the bridge across our Singapore River through Merchant Loop to Riverside Valley, and then that's how we can reach our Pearl Hill City Centre. Okay, people, don't worry. Okay, we are very happy to share this deck of slides with all productions. I will make these slides available to all my taggers. I just need you to reach out to your preferred taggers so that the taggers can share these slides with you. Okay. Okay. Remember, this is former Liang Court site. In fact, in early 2020, this picture was already released by URA. Okay, and then URA already mentioned that, okay, this former Liang Court site, okay, here, it will be, something will be done in front of this promenade. Remember, now it's behind Fort Canning. Last time when you go to Liang Court, there is this road here. Okay, but this road, okay, will be transformed into a pedestrian promenade. Okay, normally people just walk on the path here, but this will be an expanded walk path because it is the government's intention to increase more public spaces for people to enjoy our waterfront and to make this waterfront a more vibrant public space. Okay, and a lot of you were asking, what is this piece of land? This will also be another piece of land to be sold by the government, but this is not going to be residential. I was telling you, residential homes are really very rare. This will be built as a brand new waterfront hotel. Okay, and then where we are, okay, CanningHill Piers is on this Clarke Quay side. The part, the Merchant Loop is actually where our show flat is. So when you visit the show flat, that is the Merchant Loop, but there is actually a road. But what government is going to do is that they want to have a possible green link at Merchant Road, okay, so that people can move from the hill to the river, to Clarke Quay, to Merchant Road here, and then to Pearl Hill, the Pearl Hill City Park. Okay, and not only are we just isolated on our own here at Fort Canning Hill, remember just now I mentioned, we are literally in the heart of everything, okay? So the government is going to expand our arts and cultural precinct, which includes Fort Canning Hill, Civic and Brass Plazas. A lot of activities are going to be generated because the government is going to create a lot of bigger sidewalks, public spaces, nice walking streets. For those of you who have been to Armenian Street recently, right, you can see that they are making it like a urban botanic gardens. It's really very interesting. Okay, and all these pictures are perspective of the future of how it can look like. So next time, not only are we close to everything, but we are very walkable to our civic and cultural precinct, okay, which is very rich in our historical, cultural, and architectural landmarks. So Having shared so much, I'm sure all of you agree that this is a rare site with very strong attributes. So when we have a rare site with very strong attributes, if we do not have a strong project team, they will not be able to materialize what they want to achieve, or the project may not be befitting of the site. But of course, because we have two giant developers here, Capital Land and CDL, the two biggest in our country, okay, this rare site, they have definitely will be meeting a strong project team, because CDL and Capital Land, they have assembled a strong team, not only from the design architect, but to the building architect, to the the design architects, to the project architects, to our interior design, to the landscaping, to our main con. So a strong team has been assembled to give us a brand new icon along Singapore River. Okay, so for me to quote Mr. Sherman Quack of CDL, okay, he mentioned this in a beautiful way: with multi-frontages, breathtaking views, convenient access to Fort Canning MRT, this Liang Court site has outstanding locational attributes. Okay, and this is why I started with location, location, location. This is no ordinary location. This is a location that has outstanding attributes. And this has outstanding attributes for them to do an integrated development comprising of residential, commercial, hotel, and service apartments components. So remember, people, homes along Singapore rivers are rare. Brand new homes are rarer. Integrated developments along Singapore River are even super duper rare. Okay, so this project, we are really excited because they are harnessing the strength and capabilities of all these renowned partners. Okay, because it is the developer's plan to transform this site into an iconic landmark along Singapore River. So before I begin, just now I already told you that land is very hard to come by. If this is actually a commercial piece of land, okay, which means actually if these two developers did not come together, there is no way that we are going to have rejuvenation on this site. That's number one. There's no way we are going to have a what you call it, residential units, okay, to own a residential units on this piece of land. So previously, the Somerset Liang Court was owned by Capital Land, okay, under their Escort REIT, and the Novotel was under CDL, under their CDL Hospitality. Okay, so CDL and Capital Land, they exchange, they sold each other their shares. Okay, so we call it exchange of interest. Because of them exchanging interest, they created a 50-50 JV partnership to redevelop this land. Okay, that's why we have a chance to have residential developments in this former Liang Court land. Okay, so just some project details. Now, CanningHill Piers sits along the Singapore River Planning Zone. Okay, it is in District 6. We are comprising, okay, we comprises of 2 residential towers, a 48-story, 180 meters residential tower, which will make us the tallest residential building along Singapore River. Okay, we also have a 24-story high building, so we have 2 stories. Besides this 2-story, okay, we have with us another 2 more towers, which is one is the 20-story Somerset residential service residence and a 21-story hotel. Okay, and in our center we have this commercial podium. Most importantly, look at the things that are highlighted in red. What stands out for you? Okay, would your client be excited if you tell them that they can buy something that is of historical significance, located in a place rich of history, in a place that homes are very rare, brand new homes are even more rare, integrated developments are super duper rare, and yet they can own a 1 Clarke Quay address? Would they be excited? So based on, and I also highlighted that the land is commencing from 3rd September 2021. This is a piece of leasehold land, but do take note that the developers are actually have top up the lease, and we are going to get a fresh new 99-year lease. Okay, based on their press release, they are targeting to complete 2025, but legally, the expected vacant possession is December 2026. Okay, this being a integrated development, we are not having 1:1. Okay, but no worries. Just like Marina 1, we're going to have season parking. we're going to have quite a lot of lots, 696 people, and we have, out of the 696, later you will hear from me, that 75% are small units. So these are the ones that we tenanted to people who don't drive. So I am not concerned at all with regards to insufficient lots. There will be sufficient lots, and people who are willing to pay for the lots can get the lots. Okay. And in my subsequent slides, I'm going to share with you our design architect, project architect, landscape consultant, project interior designer, as well as main con, so that you are familiar with them and so that you can share more with your clients. Okay, so before I do that, let's look at the location. Remember in my first section about this is no ordinary site, okay? I did not talk about the transportation because there's just so many going for the site for me to talk about the transportation. Now that we are in the actual Clarke Quay, the heart of the Clarke Quay, Fort Canning MRT site, let me just share with you this MRT map, okay? Our development is literally sitting, okay, next to the Fort Canning MRT, and there will be an underpass that connects from the towers, the residential towers, okay, through B2 to Fort Canning MRT station. So it's a direct integrated, what you call that, connection, okay, direct connection. But we are also within 8 minutes walk to this Clarke Quay MRT station, which means CanningHill Piers is close to 2 MRT lines, the downtown line and the northeast line. And we know that the downtown line can bring us to the major economic activities areas towards the downtown marina area. And we are short distance to a few MRT interchange, such as the Chinatown interchange, the downtown Bayfront interchange, the Bugis interchange, okay, that will connect us to many, many different places. And from the Clarke Quay side, not forgetting what is the importance of a blue line. So if your clients have school-going children, we know that a lot of the premier schools in Singapore are along the Bukit Timah stretch, okay? The 6th Avenue, the Tan Kah Kee station. So the blue lines, the downtown line will be good, okay, because the kids can actually, okay, take, what you call that, have a direct connection to Fort Canning Hill and Hill station, and then they can go to school via the downtown line. Again, we are also within just 8 minutes walk to the Clarke Quay station, which will bring us to not just 1, but 3 MRT exchanges, Chinatown, Dhoby Ghaut, as well as Harbourfront interchange, all within 3 stops. Okay, and even if we are not taking train, if you prefer to walk or jog, you know that along Singapore rivers, a lot of expats love to live here because they like to walk to many different places. Okay, walk to town, walk to the Central, walk to Funan Mall, walk to Robertson Quay, walk to Boat Quay. They even jog or cycle to work. Okay, in terms of drive, we are under 10 minutes drive to majority of activities areas, Orchard, CBD, Marina Bay. We are 5 minutes, 10 minutes drive away only. And we have one unique transport that is not available to places not close to Singapore River. Okay, and then we are literally next to that, near to this Clarke Quay jetty. Okay, that means residents here, although during pandemic the services are what you call it, severely curtailed, the range of services are severely curtailed. But post-pandemic time, the residents here can actually continue to enjoy river taxi or river cruise. Okay, so let me present to you this iconic integrated development with breathtaking views. So let's soak in, let's take a few moments to enjoy this slide. Okay, I have named all the buildings. You can see that the tallest and the shortest one, the tallest being 1 Clarke Quay, okay, 48-story high, and 5 Clarke Quay, 24-story high. Okay, so can you all see that because there is no blockage here in the east, even if somebody were to buy a low floor unit, it's like a 10th floor, this person can already see the Singapore Flyer and MBS views. Developers have shown us the drone shots, and in time to come, we'll be sharing with our taggers, we'll be sharing with you as well. Okay, so even if you are someone who, or your client is someone who just want to buy purely for investment, go for the low floors. Okay, go for the Fort Canning views, or go for the River Valley residential enclave views. Doesn't matter, because can you see all this? There are actually link bridges, okay, so that clients, okay, so that residents can enjoy views, enjoy the facilities on the link bridge. This is like a level 24. We also have opened up levels like a level 45, okay, having a sky car there for residents to take in all this 360 degrees surrounded views. Of course, we also have all this. Remember, we have a Moxie Hotel that will be operated by Marriott International. We have a service apartment Escort here under the Somerset Service Residence brand. And in the center, can you see the buildings are built in a very interesting way? In the center, it sits the 2-story commercial podium. Okay, it's going to give it a very open and porous feel, inviting people to come into this development. And this will continue to be managed by CapitaLand, who has vast experience managing this area, as they are already managing the what you call that F&B and lifestyle shops in Clarke Quay. Okay, so I think city developments as well as CapitaLands, they do not require any further introduction. So I'm going to skip these 2 slides. You guys can read it on your own. Okay, they are definitely the 2 giants in our industries. They are definitely the ones that are very familiar and very experienced in building luxurious homes. Okay, design architect, I would like to talk a little bit more about Bjarke Ingels Group, okay, BIG or BIG for short. Okay, Bjarke Ingels Group is actually led by Mr. Bjarke Ingels, this gentleman himself, okay. He is one of the world's most well-known contemporary architects, okay. He has been voted 100 most influential people by Time magazines in 2016. He has been awarded Innovator of the Year by Wall Street Journal in 2011. Okay, and he has won. Okay, he is Danish, so he has also won a Danish Crown Prince Cultural Prize 2011. Okay, why is it so? Because this guy is super innovative. He has always created spectacular buildings which are outstanding. Okay, no ordinary buildings. He doesn't create anything that is ordinary looking. Okay, and this befits this no ordinary location. Okay, so a very exciting location like CanningHill Piers, the former Liangcourt site, needs an architect like that can create buildings beautiful like this, like what he did in 8 house in Copenhagen. Can you see there are penthouses here, and people can actually cycle on the street and cycle up the ramp to their penthouse unit? How exciting it is. And you look at what he did for this Via 57 West in New York. Okay, this building structurally is already stunning. And why is it built in such a way? Because it also does not want to obstruct some of the buildings in the vicinities of the bay views. Okay, Mr. Bjarke Ingels and his company is not new to Singapore. In fact, CapitaLand has also invited him to build Capital Spring, which is our former Golden Shoe car park area. Okay, and you can see that the building is also very different. Okay, you have greeneries literally as if like they're growing out of the buildings. So with him on board, we are really very excited because you can also see from the picture behind my virtual background here, he has created a truly iconic building that's befitting of the site. Okay, our project architects is none other than DP Architects. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have seen many projects done by DP Architects. I just want to bring out a few notable ones. Okay, like our Esplanade, our Resort World, our Singapore Flyers, and along the rivers, they have done Clarke Quay Central, Hotel Fort Canning, and River Place. Okay, so DP Architects is not just a local architects. They are a very experienced, okay, reliable local architect, which the firm was founded in 1976. So over 40 years, they are now one of the largest architectural practice in the world. So they're not just a local company, they are one of the largest in the world with 900 staff and 16 offices worldwide. And from our project interior designer, you can see that this is Asylum Creative, and along Singapore River, they have also done a beautiful and notable project known as they have done up the interior for the Warehouse Hotel, okay, in this conserved warehouse setting, and they have won the 2018 President's Design Award for that. And our project landscape consultant, Rambo Studio Dreisettel, RSD for short, is an award-winning landscape architectural practice from Germany, but they have done many local public projects such as our Bishan Ang Mo Kio Park and Jurong Eco Garden. Okay, so they are definitely one of the best choices in the market now to to do the landscape for our iconic landmark along in the heart of Clarke Quay. So our construction company is our main con that the developer has chosen is China Construction. Okay, and Capital Land as well as CDL is also using China Construction for Sengkang Grand Residences. Okay, big developers like Far East Residences as well as UOL have also used what you call that China Construction for their projects in the Shore as well as St. Patrick's condo. I'm just giving few examples so that when you talk to the clients, you have something to share what projects these consultants have done before. Okay, this is the part that I'm very excited. I keep on talking about the part about iconic projects. Okay, I just want to share with you guys that when we talk about iconic projects, number one, the site must be really exciting. Okay, for this iconic project to flourish and blossom. Okay, we have an amazing site. Okay, but last time what happens? Okay, when you see these green spaces, this represents Fort Canning Hill Park, and of course this is the Singapore River. This is the Clarke Quay. Okay, and this is going to be the future what you call that, a waterfront hotel, and this is actually CanningHill Piers, this square here, the CanningHill Piers, CanningHill Square, where the residential we have the residential, the commercial, the hotel and service apartments. So this in this area. Okay, so in the former Liang Court site, although you can get the views, dual views, but the Liang Court site is built in a way as if like it is a barrier between the hill as well as the river. Except for the MRT connection, but there is no other visual or physical connectivity between these two spaces. So instead of building a traditional building like another Liang Court kind of a building, okay, the developers as well as the architects have gone through this in detail to make sure, because they want to make good use of this very rare hill and river elements. Okay, this is why the project that they created is something that will establish connectivity between the hill and the river. The building will provide the connectivity, so that means the building that we are at will be the connector between the hill and the river, not only just physical connection, but also visually. Okay, so this is a big impact on how this project will be designed, meaning that not only that you get to be very close, okay, to both areas, your eyes can really literally travel and enjoy the views these places have to offer. And if you look at this second picture here, you can see that all the buildings, although we are like 4 blocks, okay, the center is kept empty because the blocks are being spaced apart as much as possible, okay, from each other to maximize the views from each and every units. Okay, so you don't, okay, you get more open views. Of course, you also will have internal views, okay, but it makes it more open. Okay, and by opening the center part, where this center part is actually, okay, the 2-story the commercial podium, it allows the commercial podium to be more porous and more open to invite people in, but it also makes sure that it also pushes out all the buildings so everybody don't feel so close to each other. This also to encourage airflows, okay, and to encourage more natural ventilation so that this place is truly a healthy, you know, and a comfortable and a pleasant place to live in. Not only is this porosity created on the ground, can you see that we also open up the air wells, that means in between here, okay, open up this space here, there's nothing built in between here, and then that allows a sky bridge to be built to link one residential towers to another. Okay, so this creates a lot of open to the sky. So on the ground, it's going to be porous. In the sky, because of the link bridge, when you walk across it, you can actually really enjoy the open space. So they are really maximizing what nature has given us, okay, in terms of very clever, detailed, and thoughtful architectural design. Okay, you can see the beautiful link sky bridges here. Okay, and also I want to mention that later when we have a chance to visit the show flat, when you look at the model, you can see that the buildings are actually, the facade of the buildings are actually designed in what you call that horizontal as well as vertical languages. So it's some kind of like a grid. Why is it so? It serves many purposes. Okay, number one, it gives the building a uniform look. It covers all the areas like balconies. It covers especially like aircon ledges, things which are not so beautiful. It helps to cover this area up. Okay, and for higher floor areas, those places that are actually facing towards Istana, we know that usually people will have to build fins and things like that. But actually having all this horizontal and vertical designs, right? The architect can cleverly incorporate all this so-called more fin-like thing to what you call that, to block out the views towards the Istana. Okay, but in a very uniform way, as if that is part of the design. So look at this two beautiful picture. One is the night view of CanningHill Piers, and the day view of CanningHill Piers. Okay, so this is shared by the architect. Okay, he himself admitted that the design of CanningHill Piers is exceptionally ambitious. Okay, it's ambitious in what sense? Okay, it's ambitious in terms of how it is open and porous. Can you see that it's very, okay, even though we're 4 buildings in between, there's a lot of space. It's how open and how porous it is to the surrounding context, both not only on the ground, but also in the sky, okay? And this will add tremendous value, okay, to the future residents in terms of access to fresh air, daylight amenities, and integration to the surrounding precinct, and all that this precinct has to offer. This slide is very important, okay? And when you come for architect briefing, when you come for the show flat briefing, okay, which will take place in middle of October, okay, if everything goes well as planned, okay, my taggers will share with you all this, okay? A lot of people now, they are not just buying homes, okay, or I'm just not just buying in a location. They want to live in places which are pleasant to stay in, because especially in pandemic time, we know that the place we lived in, you know, accessibility to fresh air, accessibility to greeneries are something really, really treasured. And this will add values because future buyers from the first batch of owners, okay, buying from the first batch of owners will also value that. So this is why we are very excited, and we know that this will be a super duper hot project that all of us, okay, must reach out to the clients, because it is a rare opportunity that we will not get it again in our lifetime. Okay, I truly believe this is a once in a lifetime, okay, never before, never again opportunity. Okay, so we have facilities on the three levels. Okay, I'm not going to expand on that too much. Okay, we have a level 3 that's called our CanningHill Gardens, and that's where you get the outdoor jogging tracks. You also have some bouldering walls for the children. You have rope climb, okay, hammock play, splash plays. Okay, so these are the level 3. Okay, so and we also, next level that we're going to go up is level 24, and this is the very exciting ones. Remember, this is the link bridge. And this whole level 24 is subdivided into 3 areas. They call it the Hill Resorts, because this is the part that's facing the the Fort Canning Hill direction. And this is the city sanctuary facing towards the Singapore River. And this is the part that is actually hovering over the commercial podium at the bottom. Remember, bottom, that's the empty space. That's where we are going to have our infinity lounge pool here. So this is going to be the Sky Oasis. Okay, so in our hill resort here, we are going to have things like the Flexi Lounge, our Sky Gourmets, because when you are there, you can also look towards the beautiful MBS views and beyond. In our city sanctuary, that's where you're going to have yoga deck, meditation room, and wellness rooms. And on this level 24, okay, we will have a dedicated residential services reception desk. Okay, that's our dedicated concierge service. It will operate every day, okay, and it's located at level 24. So it will provide welcome and assistance services, living experiences such as providing pool and gym towers. Okay, it can help you with facilities reservations. It can help you greet your guests. There are also requests, for example, if you have any business requests, you just imagine that you are as if like you're staying in a hotel or a service apartments, that you get dedicated residential services reception like this. Okay, so there is someone, okay, a dedicated and professional team that will cater to your every needs. So what does this say to the rental of this area? If you're buying, if you are an investor buying for rental, looking for rental yield of capital appreciation, I'm sure there will be a lot of expats who are looking forward, okay, to living in a development like this. Okay, and then last but not least, our facilities level is level 45. This is the one that all of us are super excited, because it doesn't matter if you are living in like low levels, okay, or the lowest zone, okay, everyone can come up to level 45. It is exclusive to all residents, okay, and it's called the CanningHill Sky. So it is 1,900 square feet wide, in area. Okay, and obviously we are at level 45. If level 10, you can already see the flyers and marina. Level 45, you can have breathtaking views, okay, of the city, the MBS, and beyond. Okay, so for CanningHill Piers, as I mentioned earlier, it is actually very investors friendly, okay, and there are choices for homeowners. Why do I say that? 75% of the unit types out of the 696 units are made up of 1 bedroom, 1 plus study, 2 bedroom, 2 plus ensuite studies, 2 plus studies. Okay, all this made up of 75%. So if you have investors if you're serving investors out there, please make sure that you share with them about CanningHill Piers. Okay, and then we also have units that are actually for people who want to have a truly unique homes. Developers have also provided 3 bedroom types, okay, in the more compact size of slightly under 900 square feet, okay, a more premium type that is 1,313 square feet, a 4 bedroom premium that is a nice size, okay, of 1,755. Not too big that the quantum will be not affordable, okay, but spacious enough, okay, at around 1,800 square feet. And we have a 5 bedroom for those of them who have deeper pockets and who wants to buy a bigger homes in an iconic development in an iconic location. We have the 5 bedroom premium at 2,788 square feet, or they can buy our very rare 4 units of Sky Suite, 1 unit of Mega Penthouse, okay, from almost 3,000 square feet to almost 9,000 square feet. Okay, so we do have exciting choices, and especially if you're serving overseas clients, okay, they will definitely be very excited in buying iconic projects like this. Okay, in fact, I have already received quite a few inquiries or questions from my taggers, from my ICs about how much to put down for the 5% check, okay, at this stage. Okay, so just to go through with you that we are going to have 4 show flat types I'm going to show you. Okay, this show flat is going to be a very, very big show flat. So it's very important because, you know, during this pandemic time, even if we were to open the show flat as planned, the number of packs will not be a lot. Okay, which means that, and your clients probably may not have time to see all the different show flats. So it's important for you to use this deck to talk to your clients, to go through the information of your clients so that you can shortlist and on that day queue up for the one that the client really is interested in buying or considering to buy. Okay, so we have 1 plus study show flat, we're going to have a 2 plus study show flat, we're going to have a 3 bedroom premium as well as a 4 bedroom premium, total 4 show flat types. So the 1 plus study is the 50 square meters, 538 square feet. I'm not going to go through this. This is the 1 plus study. When you get the deck, you can study the floor plans on your own. And then we are going to have a 80 square meters. So 50 square meters, 80 square meters is a 2 plus study. And the developer's going to have like show you their themes, the cool white and mystic black themes. And okay, for those who have been to Irwell Hill residences, you can talk about the extendable pull-out tables. All this we will share with you when you come for the show flat visits. 3 bedroom premium, they're going to showcase our 122 square meters show flat. Remember, 50, 80, 122 square meters. And what is this about? Okay, this one definitely you can see for sure that our 3 bedroom premium onwards, we are going to have a private lift. And you're going to have a very different, okay, it's going to be a corner unit. So you can see from here, without knowing the stack numbers, you can already see that this is going to be a corner unit with beautiful views of the surrounding areas. And again, the vantage points, okay, the views from the 4 bedroom unit is going to be very magnificent as well because it's going to be an L shape, okay? And we're going to showcase the 4 bedroom premium, the 163 square meters type. Okay, and the 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, they are going to be in this kind of very rich brown and modern gray colors, slightly different from the cool white and mystic black for the 1 and 2 bedrooms. Okay, so this is the look of the kitchen areas. showing you the different shade of opulent, the different shades of colors being used, the different colors scheme, the modern gray as well as the opulent brown. So this is something that I wanted to highlight, and I'm also very excited and looking forward to visiting the show flat, this 3-bedroom show flat, because they have built in a way that is really very special. The kitchen itself, okay, I'm going to go back to the floor plans. Okay, can you guys see this part? The kitchen is intentionally built next to this balcony area, and they have created like a counter here, entertainment counter here, that this part can be used as a breakfast table while you sit in the open balcony. Okay, so how cool is that? And it acts as an extended entertainment space. So this is how it looks like in picture. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, you can extend out to be like a breakfast table. And when you are entertaining outside, when you have the outdoor alfresco dining, this will serve as an entertainment counter as well. Okay, and this is our bathroom. And of course, we have a iconic site. We have an iconic development. We have a beautiful facade, okay, designed by Big. Okay, the interior, okay, is also beautifully and luxuriously decked out. Okay, so this is how our bathroom looks like, from the master bathrooms to our common bathrooms. And definitely, the developer's going to use branded sanitary wares and fittings, Laufen, the Swiss brand Laufen, Jessie, Italian brands. We have Dietrich, we have Miller, okay, French as well as German brands. Okay, all these are top-end brands that you can expect. Okay, so in our CanningHill Piers, the master bedroom wardrobe is going to be really very special as well. We're going to have a pull-out accessories, pull-out section. Can you see this here? Okay, it will have a reflective glass door with motion sensor LED light. Okay, then you can have a pull-out and a swing open accessory cabinets. Okay, with full height mirrors as well. Okay, and similarly in your common wardrobes, you're also going to get a reflective glass door. So you're also going to get not reflective glass doors, laminated doors, but with motion sensor LED lights as well. Okay, so this building, I'm just going to go quickly because there are a lot of things to share. The building is not just iconic. A lot of considerations have gone in to make this building even more livable, even more unique development. There's a lot of green consideration. Okay, so for example, to make sure that the indoor air quality is healthy, the developers will be using certified low VOC products. Okay, for paintings and coatings. You know that if sometimes when people use cheap paints, those VOC, very high VOC products actually can linger in the air, and it's actually not healthy for it makes the air quality really, really very bad. So developers definitely taking in consideration of that. And because they provide a very porous and open environment, there is actually a lot of natural ventilated corridors in these developments. Okay, they have also made sure that they have like a smart home features, okay, for us to enjoy a more high-tech living. Okay, the air cons that's being used, the lightings that's being used, the lifts that's being built are all energy efficient users. Okay, and even our car park, okay, there will be carbon monoxide, okay, sensors to modulate the ventilation within car park spaces. Okay, I'm sure a lot of us have been to places where the buildings are great, but the car parks are actually poorly designed. Okay, but a lot of thoughts are actually being have gone into building this design. There's also thoughts going into using, because there are a lot of landscape grounds. Okay, there are going to be use of alternative water resources. For example, there will be plans to harvest rainwaters. Okay, it will be designed to harvest. Okay, places will be designed to harvest rainwaters for the irrigation of irrigating the landscapes. Okay, so we have 25 home features. Okay, my taggers can share with you more and share with you the pictures. Within the residential units, we have about 12 smart features: smart doorbells, smart motion sensors, smart smoke detectors, aircon controls, lighting controls, energy monitoring. Okay, and then for those with private lifts, you're also going to get one CCTV in your private lifts as well. So in common areas, definitely we have smart audio, video, intercom, facial recognition, smart parcel, things like that. And and the residents here will also enjoy the mobile community apps, okay? So for you to send like a visitor registration, to invite your guests, to report maintenance issue, to book for facilities. And for you to even call the lift, you don't even have to physically touch the lift. So we're all going for like a touchless experience. Okay, you can call the lift using the apps. So because a lot of times now we need to be future proof, okay? There are work from home provisions on level 24, there are flexi pods, there are flexi lounge where you can work from home, and the whole entire development is 5G ready and is also Wi-Fi 6 ready. So as I mentioned, again, now we have to be future proof, buildings have to be future proof. So there are pandemic hygiene provisions here to provide a touchless experience, meaning before your friends come, you can actually send your friend a QR code. You can send a QR code, or you can register as a resident. You can register your visitor using the smart mobile application, and the visitor will receive a QR code. So when the visitor comes, okay, it will automatically, because our system will automatically, okay, recognize these car plate numbers. Okay, so if the person doesn't drive, okay, is walking, okay, coming by foot, can actually scan the QR code as well, and then can enter the building without touching any buttons. So just now I already mentioned, okay, we have the touchless. Okay, you can use the app to call for your lift, and even in our lift itself, there is actually air disinfection purifier. All this are already planned for this development to have a touchless experience. Okay, now I've come to the part that we want to talk about. Your client will say, okay, I fall in love. I agree with you that Singapore River homes are extremely rare. And we also know that having brand new homes in Singapore Rivers are rarer. Okay, so what more integrated developments along Singapore River? And what more an iconic integrated development, okay, in this rich heritage and vibrant lifestyle place that is blessed with this dual hill and river elements. Wouldn't all of you and wouldn't your clients agree with you that this is truly a never before and never again, once in a lifetime opportunity? Wouldn't your clients agree with you? If so, how would you value CanningHill Piers? Before I ask your clients, how would you as an agent value CanningHill Piers? Okay, so let's take a look at a few numbers. I'd like to thank my LIC, Chester Su, for doing quite a few CMA charts. This is one of them. Okay, the total existing supply of non-landed residential homes in Singapore, the supply of homes is about 340,000. And the upcoming supply in the pipeline, okay, is another 51,000 homes. So that makes it like we have about 391,000 homes. Out of this 391,000 homes, only 11,590 are integrated projects. What does it mean? 11,590 over this 391,000 homes, it makes up under less than 3% of the Singapore's total private non-landed residential supplies homes. Okay, so it makes up only under 3%, okay, of Singapore's total supply of private non-landed residential developments. Only 3%. Remember, Singapore River homes are very rare. Brand new Singapore home rivers are rarer. Brand new integrated development along Singapore River will be even super duper rare, because integrated development itself is also already very rare, under 3%. Okay, and integrated development, okay, Chester has broken it down even further. Integrated development in central areas is only 4,409. So just now we talk about under 3%. Okay, so integrated development in Singapore, within Singapore central region, is only what, 1.13% of the whole total supply of private non-residential home, non-landed residential homes in Singapore. And if we were to break down even further, okay, a lot of them are already sold. What is available in the primary markets, meaning being sold by developers along Singapore River, not including CanningHill Piers, is only 454 units, meaning you can get some units in Warwick, you can get some units in Marina One, you can get some units in Midtown Modern, but the supply is only 454 units. Okay, so this is only 0.12%. So even if I were to add CanningHill Piers as another 696, can you see that it's only a mere 0.2 something percent? So wouldn't you agree with me that integrated developments are super rare. Integrated developments along Singapore River are super duper rare. Okay, so I think as agents, all of us know that integrated developments command a premium. For this, my personal preference is always to show the clients the chart, because it doesn't matter where they live, north, south, east, west. I'm sure they'll be familiar with one or two or quite a number of all these integrated developments, because at the moment, we just have this like 20 integrated developments, okay? So they will be familiar with prices in the areas that they are staying, especially if they've been searching for homes. And they can know that be it Pasir Ris 8, this kind of price point is definitely a premium in the Pasir Ris area. Okay, be it District 23, okay, the Centris, okay, definitely this price point is one of the highest in the area. And why is it so? And it's because people prefer integrated developments, and because integrated developments bring a lot of conveniences, not in terms of just to amenities, but also our precious commodity, which is time. It saves us a lot of time. When it saves us a lot of time, it saves us a lot of money. So that's why people are willing to pay a premium for such product, and they can command a premium when they want to resell these properties as well. And you can see that the ones in red are the ones that in the central areas, okay, that are the ones that are more comparable to CanningHill Piers. You can see that Orchard Residences, okay, directly above the Orchard MRT station, it averagely is about $3,185 per square foot. And in the high, it's about $5,000 per square foot. And places around here, you can see the high are in the $3,000-$4,000 per square foot range. And the average is the high $2,000, mostly $3,000 per square foot range. So how much do you think CanningHill will command? And then some people may be buying for investment. And again, without having to sound too pushy, we can always show them this slide. I'm sure getting $3 or $4 in District 23, it is actually really very high. Okay, do you know that a lot of the old projects, okay, in the Orchard area, okay, some that are just very ordinary, their averagely is about $4. So this place is actually getting an Orchard, what you call that, rental. Okay, but for integrated developments that's closer to the city centers, okay, in the core central areas and the downtown core areas where we have most of the integrated development, can you see that the per square foot, okay, is really very high? Warwick as high as $10, okay, Orchard Residences $8, okay, Duo, South Beach $8-9 per square foot. So again, my question to you is that how much per square foot will an investor expect or be able to command for a place as iconic as CanningHill Piers? Okay, some of you may mention Eden, but do take note that Eden floor size is really, really huge. So it's also not an ordinary development. We're talking about places where you have smaller units, okay, that you are commanding like even $10, $8, $9 per square foot. So these are the projects in the vicinities. We've compared with the integrated developments. I will always also like to show clients that, okay, we are here. Okay, within close proximity, these are the developments here, and these are the developers. So these are the highest as well as the average sale price in these projects. And again, I'm sure the clients can see, okay, yes, if you want to compare to House on Handy, a 99-year lease project, okay, but but this project is not as in the heart of the city, surrounded by major activities areas as compared to CanningHill Piers. Okay, it is not a project that has this dual front views. A beautiful project by CDL as well with great MRT lines, but it is not the same. Okay, CanningHill Piers is just too outstanding. So if a project like here is averagely like a 2.6, okay, and a high of 2.9, what will be CanningHill Piers be priced at? Okay, if Martin Modern, if Eden Residences, if Warwick, if Riviere along the same Singapore River has reached a high of $3,300, $3,400 per square foot, integrated projects like Martin Modern, integrated projects like Midtown Modern, Midtown Bay, South Beach, Warwick, Marina One, hitting a high of $3,000-$4,000 per square foot. What should CanningHill Piers be priced at? So, and this I also like to show clients, sometimes they say, okay, but then I can go and buy something else. Okay, remember CanningHill Piers, we do have a small one-bedroom type. How much will it be priced? I don't know yet. okay? But look at the entry price in this area. So for example, if the entry price were to come out at $1.2 million, $1.3 million, $1.4 million, and even if it comes at $1.5 million, won't you think that it is still very, very attractive compared to surrounding projects? Now, if we look at the surrounding rentals, instead of just comparing with integrated projects, the rental that's received per square foot wise in surrounding projects are already very high. Then, despite that not having the super duper strong attributes like CanningHill Piers, we are already getting from brand new ones like 8 St. Thomas and Martin Moderns from $6, $7 to even $10 per square foot. Okay, so definitely if you are serving investors, don't worry about rentability. Okay, because of this excellent location, don't worry about how much you can fetch in terms of rental, because a lot of people will want to stay in CanningHill Piers. Now, without any further ado, I want to share with you a little bit more about our upcoming preview. Okay, initially the word out is 23rd October, but you know that given our current COVID situation, the time period is until 24th October, 27th October, 24th October, thereabouts. Okay, so that's why our preview is delayed 1 week to 30th October. Okay, and that is still tentatively because the developer is constantly monitoring the COVID situation, and it has been very, very fluid. Okay, we do not know how things will pan out. Okay, so if everything goes well, okay, the preview will start on 30th October. A lot of you are very excited, texting me on how I can book the slots. We cannot so-called book the slots yet because we do not know how many people can enter the show flats at any one time. Okay, is it just 2 packs in a group or 5 packs in a group? If it's 2 packs in a group, will developers still continue with preview? We don't know. Okay, we can't answer this now. So hopefully if we can back to be at least a 5 packs in a group, okay, so the buyers can come with their spouse, okay, and then you can introduce this project to the customers in a comfortable group size instead of just 1:1. Okay, the preview will start on like 30th October if conditions permit. Okay, so when we will have like 2 weeks, and if need be, the developer will also observe whether it will be a 2 weeks preview. If it's a 2 weeks preview, the launch will be 13 October. If it's a 3 weeks preview, the launch could be 20th. My dates are wrong here. I will make an amendment. It should be 13 November. And then if it's a 3 weeks preview, this will be 20 November. I will make the correction before I send these slides to my tagger so that they can forward it to you. Okay, so this is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity, never before and never again opportunity. Our show flat is just across the actual site. Okay, so if you drive, you come by Merchant Loop. Of course, only buyers can park in the show flats. There may not be enough space to park, so you can park at the nearby places. Okay, so this Merchant Loop area. So be familiar with it. If you are still not familiar, okay, take this opportunity to visit the area. So I hope you guys enjoy the presentation. Without any further ado, okay, I will stop my screen share and pass it over to my co-chief Ken.
Wow, thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Phyllis. This is really an awesome sharing I'm showing you. And I'm very happy to see almost 500 of our dear colleagues joining us today. Good afternoon again. And again, thanks for Phyllis. Can everyone give a number 1 to Phyllis? Type in the number 1 for the chat, because such an awesome feeling, such an awesome sharing. To be frank, we can see all the good speaking. That is reason why you see almost a thing done by her, because many people are complaining me sometimes talking too fast in my broken English, you know, because you can see the way he speak. Wow, really like a singing, like a bird flying everywhere. Thank you, Phyllis, my dear partners. Really, really thank you very much. And also, I just want to share you, I'm going to wrap up very soon. I'm going to take another like 5-10 minutes. That's all only. My slide is only like 8 slides, very simple. But again, I wanted to thanks to all the collaboration. This is what Phyllis say. It's the first time ever. Yeah, continue to put a 1 number there. Please put a 1 number there. Let Phyllis see the number 1, because not easy. Just want to share you guys. Some of you might be wondering how come it took so long, but trust me, especially you put more 1, because Phyllis did this slide actually until yesterday. I think about 1-2 o'clock, middle of the night, the whole day. So just because you just want to add everything to here, especially as I said before, this is the first collaboration between Lux and non-Lux. So those all my dear colleagues, please get in touch with your taggers. they will share you the slide, but please don't send all the slide to your clients because I think you need to explain to them better. But take a look of the slide number 57, 58, 59, and page 60. Phyllis, I know you purposely do this for those who are actually not familiar with Lux. Yeah, what a wonderful sharing that one, because it's so useful to everyone. Can you see or not? Yeah, continue to put number 1 over there. Yes, you can see her eyes dark circle, right? But she's still pretty. Cannot see. Can you see dark circle? So especially for those my dear colleagues just like me from non-Lux team, this is a collaboration because we need to fight together because we have total 696 unit. This is going to be a launch of the year. Take note of the slide of 57, 58, 59, 60. I want to say thanks, Phyllis. That one really, really very helpful to all the non-Lux team to consolidate all the numbers together for the rental average price in the highest transaction. It's really been helpful to all of the non-Lux team as well. Yeah, thank you very much. And again, I want to thanks to like what Phyllis said, Elaine as well, doing all the info kit, spending hours, spending like, you know, nights and hours. And also who else? Our Chester doing all the CMA slides as well. The number 3rd one is coming soon. And of course, our Marcom team as well, Sean, Chester, of course, who Jerry and also Adeline, especially Jerry, spending so much time for doing up all the video. Now, I'm going to share with you guys some few slides that my thought only because just will take you about, I got no 8 slides only, take you about a couple of minutes. Let me share my screen for a while, very fast, very soon. Okay, let me try this. Share. Oh, my sharing recently already got problem. Don't know what happened. Let me see. I'm coming soon now. Okay, so I'm here now. Now, very simple. My few site is actually, this is actually a site from Phyllis as well. I want to kickstart from this now. I think very simple. It's like now what we want everyone to do is we have to combine together because me and Phyllis, we are very stressed. We just got a phone call from our bosses yesterday that we are not really that, our message and our blasting Facebook not really that great yet. I think our competitors are doing more than us. I so hereby just urge everyone, especially our fellow colleagues, not just call team, all the fellow colleagues, just help us to continue to blast to the Facebook to create awareness. And I think very important now is to hook them to come down. So at what Phyllis say, I believe especially many of the non-Lux team as well, you will find that this is actually a very, not say very cheap, but it's a very reasonable price kind of selling, maybe like, you know, 3,000 plus minus. So I think very important for us to, I think, manage their expectation, very important. So how to manage the expectation? I just share with you what actually I'm doing to send to my clients. Now, I believe the picture sometimes more than words, more than 1,000 words. So usually I will send this kind of, can you see? Phyllis, you can see, right? Just not your head, you can see, Phyllis, can see, right? My sharing. Okay, good. So these actually are very simple things I will send to my clients because, to be frank, I always emphasize on selling them something that is really priceless first. I think the conversion very important, isn't it? Because if you can really bring them or hook them to the show flats, and then, of course, now when they ask you how much, I think you're finding very difficult telling them the price kind of things, right? So whatever Phyllis have shared with us, all the slide, maybe when you meet them, you can share them, especially page 57, 58, 59, 60, or the comparison. But if you're finding difficulty to talk to them about the price, sell them a dream first. Now, this is actually one of the photos I sent to my customer. I lure them. What is this about? Because this is actually a 19th century maps, but you can see where is CanningHill Piers. So I will send them telling them that, hey, you are buying a piece of Singapore history, don't miss that. I also will do something like this to send it to them as well. It's a very simple thing. So I will telling them, you see, CanningHill Piers are here. What is this? This is the people Mandarin say Cai Lu. Why? Because you must understand all the water from outside, all the money coming from here. So I do send them. So please don't need to follow me. Be more creative. Do some things simple to send them, to hook them to come down. Tell them they shouldn't miss. Just come down first. So come down really, right? When they come to the show flat, then work closely with your tagger. So we want everyone to contact your tagger as well, and then show them the price, show them the slides, and then especially showing them our price is very, very reasonable. Especially we are very cheap because if you're selling everything together. So this is actually what I do. It's really the true 3.2 kilometer long, almost 200 years Singapore River. It's actually located at the island central region. So show them this is a Chai Lu, all the money coming in, isn't it? And also I will also send them these as well. Is those why we say rebirth. because to be frank, Liang Court, you should know, is already 37 years old. Those I know many people younger than 37 years old, to be frank. I think those 36 and below last time when they built, you haven't born yet, isn't it? So it's a piece of history as well, the rebirth. Why? Because Liang Court here, you should know that in Liang Court, they always order a lot of Japanese restaurant, Korean restaurant. Why? Because this is where all the Japanese and Korean will come by as well. So rental wise, you're having a extremely good, best tenants pool that you're going to having as well. Yeah. So 1984, you can see first major shopping center that actually they open up, Daimaru Liang Court as well. Now, I always want to show this as well. This is actually showing them the block differences. You can see we have the blue color block number 1 and block number 5. Of course, the address is going to be 1 Clarke Quay. So I will send them to them as well. Do you want these? Because I keep on showing this price list. Now, this is actually, we talk about staging. I think maybe we should know how to manage their expectation as well. We should calm them what are they actually they are buying. They are not buying a property itself. They are buying a piece of history and it's priceless. Okay, like what Philly saying just now, you can see the Riverside living add up together is only 3,000 plus unit as well. Yeah, this is actually what I will send it to them. And this is actually what I'm doing as well. I'm going to send to them about this. I accumulate everything together. I will tell them the perfect 10. Of course, not the project perfect 10. I think Phyllis, your perfect 10 is coming soon, I know. But I'll put down that 10 reason. Actually, I want to put perfect 10. But then I think back, I put a 10 reason. Sorry. So I said 10 reasons.
Thanks for promoting for me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, you see, we are selling every property, so no problem. See, you just want to know that we just want all the our fellow colleagues to create the hypes, isn't it, Phillips? To bring the customer come down at the end of the day, whether they will buy this or you swing to everywhere, please support Phillips as your perfect 10, no problem, as long as you don't miss the chances. Because if you don't blast to them, other GMA will blast to them, other GMA will lure them to come down. So you have to blast to them, invite them to come down. At the end of the day, we just want everyone to close the deal, so work closely with us. So you can see this is actually what I'm doing. I'm sending to my client. I just want to share you what I done. I accumulate everything together because easy for them to read as well. First thing you see Singapore top 2 and world-class developer by CapitaLand and CDL, right? Secondly, I'm talking about integrated, like what I summarize all Phillies what I'm trying to say. Integrated are so limited these days, so rare, less than 3%. And most of you guys know that actually I'm a Sengkang Grand IC as well. But of course, you know Sengkang Grand is selling pretty well. And then followed by the nearer to the town one is actually Woodley Residences selling so well as well. So this one I'm so excited about the integrated living at the Riverside as well. Yeah. So of course I talk about the Clarke Quay Singapore most, but these are the summaries. Yeah. Singapore most popular riverfront entertainment and dining hotspot. Rare, a very rare dual frontage, especially hill and river view, stunning view of Singapore. And then you can see, Riverside living, so rare. There's total only 2159 home living at the moment now. Yeah. Then also I'm talking about rebirth for the famous Liang Court pool of Korean and Japanese tenants. And I talk about the future URA planning for the attractive waterfront for Singapore River. Yeah, this is actually what Phyllis has showed to us, doing the very nice slide just now, and historic and iconic of Singapore River and Fort Canning Hill, because you are buying a piece of history, remember? So I keep on sending this thing to them. Tallest residential development among the Singapore River is so rare. And what else? The last one, Chinese species, Yisan Pangshui, we talk about, under the mountain near the river. So this is actually the 10 best reasons usually why I will send to my clients. So we just want to ask everyone to have your own some little creation to send to, especially our Sean have shared to us at time as well, how to create the GIF. So send to your clients to get them to come down, the most important things. Yeah, these are the last two slides really. Please contact all our taggers, work closely with them, get in touch with them, because we have announced that everybody can go and collect the interest, get the IC number, or you get their full name, contact all your taggers, and work closely with them, let them know, and then they will fill in for you for the next available date. Phyllis and me, we're going to sort it out for all the timing for you guys. And very last one. This one, Phyllis keep on remind me to do. Sometimes I always forget. This is who? Everyone, if you can do it, please send this KEO, Mr. Yong Hok, a message. Today is his birthday. You don't wish birthday here, he's not here. No, you don't need to wish birthday here, he's not here. Send him the message, do it in the Facebook, because we have a wonderful KO. You trust us, not easy to handle 10,000 of all the naughty kids, naughty son and naughty daughter like us. Okay, so give him a thumbs up, send him a happy birthday. So what is this about? Now take note, this is our first CES and we're going to do a Chinese CES. We got plenty of CES coming by, especially our bosses, Kevin Fong, Ismail, even Dom, our Dominic Lux team leader as well, going to do some Facebook thing. We will send to you guys and support by Phyllis. We'll of course do the CES. Who else? Of course, he speak a better English than me, more prettier. So, so I cannot speak. I let him see. So, but tomorrow I try to contribute this as well. Please, not tomorrow. Take note. This is the first ever. We're going to do the only one in the moment, the Chinese CES. So he going to talk about 新加坡华文房地产研讨会。2022年的水晶球 those people who don't understand Chinese, sorry. Okay, I'm just trying to speak Chinese here. And please support, please send it out. We're going to blast out very soon. When is the date? Look at here. The date will be 12th of October, 8 o'clock p.m. Tuesday. Now, he is going to talk about this, I think maybe about 45 to 1 hour. 你展望2022年新加坡房地产的趋势. So he'll talk about all these things. So please invite all your customer, especially those Chinese speaking, to comes in, or China buyer to come in. Very important. This one, 依山傍水, remember, very good feng shui one, very rare. Only one, only don't have, no more. So I'm going to coming in to try to help out on the 15 and 20 minutes to talk about the product. So you won't see my photo here. I'm just talking about 15-20 minutes. So how the things go? Again, as like normal CES, Yong Hok, our KO, will talk about all the CES, talk about the 房地产, talk about the property. And after that, I will come in for the last 15 minutes, sharp, talk about the our product, our this fascinating CanningHill Piers product. Of course, I'll be using what Phyllis, our partners, my dearest partner's slide, but of course I will shorten it. I will choose some and translate into the Mandarin. I will try my best. Don't complain me if you've got any Chinese speaking or China buyer. You can complain my Mandarin very lousy, please. I very broken Chinese and broken English as well. So I'm going to see you guys very soon. Please help us to send out, invite all your clients, because today we have almost 500 people here. We also want to see more people coming in, especially we believe they have a lot of China buyer and people will like about this. So ask them, Chinese speaking, come and attend this on the 12th and October. Okay, that's it at the moment. So nothing else I want to share. So I think Phyllis, I want to pass to you. Ken, that's all I want to share. You need, Phyllis.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, without any further ado, I just want to remind everyone that the 30th October preview day is tentative. Okay, and I want to remind you, if it's a 2 weeks preview, the sales is 13 November. If it's 3 weeks preview, it will be 20th November. Okay, this is why we have not opened up the slots, because officially from developer side, right, there's nothing open up yet. So don't be kanchong, just keep the interest very close. Use the deck to talk to your customers about it. But regardless of the situation, we are definitely planning preview dates between 11 to the 15. PropNext has about 2 days, okay, 2 half days to conduct what you call that preview, preview for agents, which is the show flat briefing. Okay, for those of you who are locked in now, I just want a general reminder. During this kind of preview, because it's a larger scale event, developers will also require us to do the ART test. I myself mentioned here, since I have a lot of connections here, the ART test at least the day or on the day itself. Okay, yes. So this is actually important, okay, to all my fellow ICs here as well as connections here. If you are coming to the show flat for the preview, this is something of a requirement. But don't worry, we will send out more detailed instructions, more clearer instructions. I just want to let you guys know that you will get to see the show flat sometime around 11 to the 15th of October, that kind of time period. Okay.
Okay, we're going to answer some of the questions, Phyllis. Let's try to settle them. Okay, Lisa, may I know is $3,000 PSF is what ECB are also pitching at? Don't worry for that, Lisa. What I was sharing with my client is when my clients asking me the price, I will tell my client very simple, Mr. Client, Mr. Buyer, the price actually we don't have any indication yet, but we also know that you can see some of the website people are advertising all the different kind of price, but don't worry. This is going to be a standard price for sure. Whatever developer asks us to sell, we're going to sell at the same price as well. But we just don't want you to being so-called like confused about all the prices they advertise at all the website and portal as well, because you can see there is a lot of gimmicks and a lot of marketing way. Sometimes they advertise cheap or whatever for you, but to us, we roughly gauge will be around 3,000 plus minus. But of course, I wish to sell you cheap. The cheap is the bonus, to be frank as well. Correct or not? I think you have to handle them very, very important. No need to be worried about what they're advertising. Telling them first, you can see a different pricing in the ECB in the website as seeing, but don't worry for that. Everybody are using different way to so-called to advertise as well. Yeah. So let us see any comment. We just have another few minutes. We see other things. I think nothing else, right?
Yes, nothing else, but most importantly,
Yep.
that's why I prepared the slides in the easiest possible understandable manner.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why the back few pages, right? You don't have to go and try to hard convince your client. No, just show them that these are the
Yes.
places that are around. These are the places that's integrated developments command all the way in the District 23, all the way in Pasir Ris. So just let them see. And they will have a sense. They will have a sense, wow, you shared with me 50 pages of how unique this site is. So this one should be, in their heart, they will have a particular numbers as well. They will know. Okay, because this is really a priceless slide.
Thank you, Philly. I really personally want to say thanks to you. This is really, I know that 57, 58, 59, 60 is a special do for all the people maybe not that familiar with Lux, but it's really going to helpful, to be frank. Thank you very much again.
Thank
so
you.
last one before we go a report, the ART, please remember to do it yourself. Just want to remind everyone, the ART, you have to do it yourself. So any other question? If no question, then we end here. Thank you everyone again, right?
Thank you everyone for joining. It was great having you guys. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Remember
Bye,
on this coming 12, remember CES. See you guys
Yes.
soon. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.